Okay, everybody, welcome to another daily dose of swipe. It's been a while since I uploaded the last one. I'm sorry if you're hearing some bad noises. Um, there's some construction like stuff going on. So what like I was doing was like working on school games. Me and my client we're busy with the school games, and right now it's done. We won it, by the way. Not disclosing the client info, but yeah, we won school games. Um, it's like a game hosted by on a platform named School, which is co-owned by Alex Ramosi. You probably know him, or Sam Ovens. If not, right, you probably know about the games if you're new to this channel or some. You probably know about that stuff, right? So yeah, it's been a while since I uploaded the video, and what we do here is break down long form, short form, all sorts of copy, and see like remain like up up to date with the market, what's going on, what advertising, what marketing tactics people are using, and just trying to implement that into our own business. I've kind of like forgot on my intro at this point, whatever I said. Now today's video is not gonna be that different. Like I don't have time right now. I'm not that focused on YouTube side of things. I should be, but right now we're just like things are all over the place. We're iterating things, testing different offers, like onboarding new clients and stuff like that. So just wanted to update you guys if anybody's watching, to see like all the content. Like it's gonna take some time. There are some VSLs I wanted to break down and some ads, but I'm just doing the bare minimum. Like I always mention, like you should do the bare minimum in this channel, and we kind of want, like I mentioned that on our day 50, I would not be like uploading consistent videos. Uh, for whatever reasons, because as I said, I'm kind of busy with my own stuff. So anyways, I I'm putting the effort to record this one where we just go through the subject lines, um, and break down the emails, why it works and why it does not work, and stuff like that. Just doing the bare minimum. I repeat my point. Yeah. So let's go through the subject line, see what clicks, and see who they are and what the case is, and see I'll see like whatever value I can bring to the table. I hope you can take away something. It's getting really noisy. Wait a sec. Okay, looks like the um, construction stuff is. And anyways, let's go through the subject lines like we always do. Let's see how what good subject line people have. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. Okay, peace with the wildflower, power for less, blah blah blah. Not interested. Domini, let's make yourself love journey simple. Not interested. Last chance. 90 minutes left. Now, guys who have been in your funnel, like who've been your campaign, you probably like launch something of like a digital product, or do like a product launch with a campaign in mind, right? First of all, it's about um what it is, like just giving them value, right? Building the whole need for the product, right? You can like actually build the need, but you can somewhat like, what do you call it, finesse it, right? uh you're talking about the product, you're somewhat giving some hints about this, something huge is coming and blah blah blah. Here's free value, free value, free value, building the reciprocity and stuff like that. And in between you qualify who is this for, who is this not for, and why should you buy this product, like what the features benefit part. And later on comes the whole last chance emails, right? So it's a campaign in mind, like a probably a 4 5 to 7 8 sequence emails, right? So whenever, like if somebody just sees the last chance email upfront, he is not gonna like be that interested, because he hasn't followed up through the entire funnel, like last chance for what. But it's still gonna keep you curious, right? Like what's last chance for what? Now you see the name Brandon Story, so you probably can guess what the product is. Brandon Story is a copywriter, and we've already broken down some of his videos. So I will probably not go into this, but just wanted to point that out, like, to all of you guys who did that. By the way, we did the last chance email. We hadn't and got like 5, 7, probably 7 sales on the last email that I had personally written. It was more like are you missing out on something type emails, which really worked. Like, hey, last chance, no, like, hey, are you missing on, like, are you passing on this, and just talk about what they're missing on. Like, hey, the question, like, here are the stuff you're missing on. If not, like, go. It's probably I implemented that from Chris Orchowski's video. It really worked. Wonderful. You should check it out. Let's go through the other subject lines. Man, I've forgotten like how to record these videos, and I've lost the flow which I once had. I need to be posting consistently. Anyways, yeah, let's get back to the video. She saw my transgressive writing and couldn't look away. Okay, though I lost 66 pounds eating more. Here's how. Kind of interesting, right? Broccoli mom. Right now, they won the school game, second position. One of our competitors. Um, not suggested to um, have images in your emails because they tend to go to spam more often. Tired of feeling hungry on your weight loss journey, highlighting the pain points, right? Problem, agitate, solution. Probably we all know about that stuff at this point. I was too, until I realized the sort of key to sustainable weight loss, eating more food. Like, how can this be? It's like a juxtaposition thing, right? One of the questions I get asked so often over on Instagram is, "But do you really eat all the food we see you make?" Like, handling the objection. Now, people inside this funnel are probably from Amy's Instagram, and yeah, she like consistently uploads video of her making some good foods, like very tasty, delicious, like of huge with huge portions. And people are like kind of skeptical. Are you like actually eating all that, or are you just showing us for? Are you just like doing it for the cloud, or doing it for the Instagram and stuff like that? So yeah, that's a good objection worth handling. But okay, the answer is a very big yes, and I eat a lot more than that. Besides, okay, even more. I'm living and 66 pounds down, proof that you don't need portion control or restricted diets to lose weight and live it lost. Okay, now you're letting them suspend their beliefs, right? Oh, sorry, the disbeliefs. You're showing them what's possible. You're the actual proof, accolades, right? Having you are the ultimate proof of your own product. I can honestly say that since I started, I've never eaten more food. Now this structure is kind of annoying, but it sometimes stands out and has that pattern interrupt effect in your emails. I can honestly say that since I started my weight loss journey, I've never eaten more food. Now this is like complete juxtaposition and also an ideal situation your prospects want to be in, right? They want to be eating health, like a lot of portions. They don't want to restrict themselves. They don't want to feel like they like feel hungry all the time just to lose fat and stuff like that, lose weight, lose whatever, like whatever the end goal is. This is because I discovered the principles of calorie density and the joy of creating whole food plant-based versions of all of my favorite dishes. um and where were we? Since I started, this is because I discovered the principles of calorie density and the joy of creating. Okay, principle of calorie density, which is probably the mechanism right now. If if you know your calories, if you track your whole, data, like your calories, your workouts and stuff like that, you're gonna lose weight. But it's just like a unique spin, a unique mechanism for this whole thing. It's the principle. Thinking back, okay, and thinking back to the many years which saw me feasting on vegan junk food whenever I fancied it, I really don't think I ever ate as much as I do now. Which is like, as I always, you're always like painting the picture, right? People like the raise hand copy. People raise hand whenever you say this. It's like heuristics, right? Storytelling. People can imagine themselves doing this, right? People want to do this. They associate themselves with this. and she kind of did this well, but I don't know if she did this like consciously or unconsciously. I don't know. I don't have any idea for that. Thinking back, okay, so instead of thinking getting to your weight goal means restricting portions and eating less, why not switch your thinking and focus on eating low calorie density foods? Common sense, right? It's logically backed. You have that, the logic emotion effect. Okay, like you want to eat a lot of food, but you can't justify doing so, but now you can, right? You're giving them a reason to justify. If you've like been watching all of my videos from like day one, I don't know, I know probably nobody has, and I don't think this video is getting any views, but if you've like broken this down alongside me, you can see the patterns, right? And what a good email is. Like you can see like what stuff should you be mentioning and what stuff you should not. If it's like a normal broadcast email, yes, you can do whatever. Just tell them, like, build a bond, talk about your stories, and yeah, reframe beliefs and just talk about your stuff, right? That's yeah. But if it's like a campaign or a sequence type thing, it has to follow a chronological order because we want them at the end to take action and buy our products, right? It's those campaigns, like, they're tailored for that specific purpose, right? Anyways, like, let's get back to the topic. But I'm just saying that you need to know when to, like, uh finish stuff and give it the salesy touch, salesy in such a sense that the people do not find out. But like a campaign type thing, you're optimizing for sales. You're and in other like broadcast emails, you're not like always optimizing for sales. Like, you're just talking to them, right? It's a normal conversation, like, hey, is this, here's how you it's helpful. Like, give them valuable information, and at the end, like, just use a soft cda. Just, hey, like, if you're really interested, if I talk about this stuff in my paid, something paid, link to your product, and hey, like, I do this, like, just, like, go ahead and check it out. You might get consistent sales with that, right? um, Email daily is what most guys say, but if you're not like emailing consistently, just like get to 3 to 4 emails per week. That's at least better than just like sending one email a month or something like that. Like, I'm getting messages, sorry for that. This allows you to fill your plate and stay satisfied without overeating. Imagine enjoying incredible meals without the constant hunger pangs, which is highlighting the pain problems. Whenever you do so, um, people just associate. People just I always say about talk about conclusive copy, meaning like authoritative copy is also like one of the words that we can use for this. Meaning like you use terminologies that everybody like. It's like people raise hand when you use those terminologies. Like, yeah, like I feel the same, right? Like, yeah, like I also have become constant hunger pangs. See, like, there's no template to all this thing. It's just a strategy. Like, are you getting them? Are you talking about your problems in depth, in multiple different nuances, so it's that they think you know what you're talking about and you are the authority and you now have the all right now to like do and tell them whatever that they should do, the action that can take next. That's why I don't like personally like any templates or like problem agitated solution but stuff like that. You have frameworks like story listen see get that work, and problem agitated solution, it works as well, but the main objective is to handle their objections, like whatever doubts they have about your problem, and give them something new or give a new spin to your whole thing, like mechanism, like why does this stand out, why does this deliver results, like, and has it done for others, right? Do you know me, do you know about my problems, can you talk about it in depth? I actually like trying to solve my problems instead of just like giving me another product to just sell me and shove it down my throat when all I needed was help, right? That's the main stuff. That's the core fundamental, like what we're talking about, right? The problem we're solving. Now, as I said, like there are nuances to this. If you have a B2B audience, you probably don't have to talk about the problems in depth. You just have to highlight it and you just have to be more logical because business owners tend to be more logical and you need to have more concrete, logical explanations for your points and also have like bunch of case studies. But if it's like a B2C audience, you need to tap into the emotions, you need to talk about the pain points, and you need to like visualize and imagine stuff like that. So yeah, you need to know who you're targeting. That's important. Next thing is you need to know who you're targeting, as in like market awareness. How do people already know about this stuff? Do people already like know enough information about the stuff that now they need a unique mechanism? Now you can't just say like lose weight, lose fat, right? Everybody can say it, everybody's doing this. Lose fat with this specific mechanism, right? Now that way people are like, okay, now what's the new mechanism? Now you can't just like put on random ass name, right? You don't want that to happen. You need to yeah, you can use like random names, but you need to explain the strategy behind it, meaning like, hey, like here's why the alternatives you like, here's why what you've already always done is has not worked, and here's this like here's how this my new system solves this and this problem. So now that you know you can finally solve your problems and get the all of your joys in life, and now you have you know a fun life. Now you can enjoy whatever you wanted to enjoy. Now it's fun, right? Now you the end goal, you just um, tell them that's a solution to the problem exists. You need to highlight the problem, not mentioning that you should always talk about this problems, like increase cortisols in them, like coming at it from a negative mindset. You don't want that to happen. You need to spike dopamine and cortisol. Mark Pescetti talks a lot about this in his book. I really like that. If you should check it out. Anyways, like yeah, there are a lot of nuances when it comes to email marketing. You need to know what state they're in. Have they just been through the welcome sequence? Have they not? Yeah, you need to go through the reader's journey. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So instead of thinking, okay, no, this allows you to blah blah blah. Imagine grossing. Okay, all my meal plans are filled with amazing recipes which can be eaten in abundance while helping you get lean in the process. In case you missed it, recipes of the week. Here's some of the most favorite blah blah blah. Or why not give them a try and let me know how you get on? If you want to uncover lots or more tips on how to lose weight, why not join my free Kickstarter challenge? This would be a great time to do, as we're starting our next veggie challenge on April 1, which invites everyone to make at least 2 meals a day, a 50-50 plate, so half of your plate should be covered in gorgeous, non-starchy, but very veggies. So you see, like, there's again multiple different CDs, right? There's a CDA to her ebook, now there's CDA to different links, and there's also a CDA to yeah, and she also now yeah, things can be optimized on this email, like the whole alignment of the text and reducing the images, but women tend to like have want to have these cute stuff and stuff like that. So you're like you yourself probably can tell like what things that needs to be optimized at this point, right? And emails aren't everything in the whole funnel, right? Like you've seen all of my other videos, like there's a whole ecosystem going on. Right? The first the is the lead, the traffic, then is the lead generation, like traffic lead generation fall into the same box, and then it's conversion. Like what are your conversion assets? Like is it the VSL? Is it your free community? Is it just setting appointments, DMs, stuff like that? And convert like next is fulfillment. How are you fulfilling them? How are you getting them results? Do you have consistent plans for all of them, right? How does this email like fall into all of those? Have you made sure that you know it does not fuck up the whole process, or it nurtures your audience and matures them, and like make sure that market sophistication is um taken into consideration, right? I lost 66 pounds eating more. Here's I like the subject line, by the way, right? Who wouldn't want to lose 66 pounds like eating more? Nice juxtaposition. I like the subject line, but here are ways like we could have optimized this email is you know reduce the amount of like images we have, make it more left aligned, right? Left aligned this so it's more it has so we increase the readability and just have like one CDA at the end, just sending people to the free Kickstarter challenge, but you also want some course sales. And you don't have to do the whole um you know not having multiple different links principle that everybody pushes, just like one CDA, right? Rio one reader, one idea, one offer, one action, right? You don't it does not have to be always that. If your like audience is mature, It does not matter if you like have multiple different links, because if, as I said, the market sophistication, like if your audience, let's say audience sophistication, if your audience already knows about this and you have been like, promoting this stuff like crazy, just give them multiple different links. They already know about what maximum weight loss, and they probably know about your recipes and stuff like that. But if they're like in the initial phases, like the first, oh, wait a sec, I got a phone call. This video has been held to record. Always some problems and some background fucking noises. I might just not upload this video. But forget it, I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, what we were saying, like, yeah, how to optimize this email, right? Like, as I said, audience sophistication. Do they know about your products? Do they know about maximum weight loss recipe ebook? Have you been consistently promoting them and throughout your entire welcome sequence? What about crispy salt rolls? What about broccoli chocolate cake? Ew, what the fuck is that? Strawberry ice cream sandwich. Do these people know about your stuff? Are they aware about your product? If not, it's better to have one single CD. If they do, it's just, yeah, you can just blast the links. But you need to like be strategic about this. Like, are they like I'm trying to just say the whole thing. Like, you need to understand. Just like it's not even like that much work. Like, just imagine how it feels like to move through your welcome sequence or your welcome flow. So there's not much you need to do within your welcome flow. You need to like build a report instantly. You need to get the response immediately in the first or the second email, so that you build a report. You got them to take an action. That's something huge. You got them to take action. Number one, you got them to take action. Number two, you got them to reply. Now um it also improves your like domain reputation. People are replying to your email, so it signals to Google that you're a real person, right? And stuff like that. And you deliver your lead magnet. And the next email, you talk about yourself, you talk about your origin story, you talk to the person, a real person, right? You talk about your story, like why are you doing what you're doing, how is your product stands out, and who it's for, what it's not for, credo, right? What's your credo? What do you stand for as a brand? What do you not? What do you stand against as a brand? And building that personal touch. There's not much elements that go into the welcome sequence. I don't know why people complicate this and just give them an urgence, like a bonus or something like that, for people to just buy, right? Whatever, like discount promos or whatever stuff you have, and people just convert. And there are sales cycles. Not everybody's going to convert in the first few 5 6 emails. They need, sometimes people have conversion windows, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and so on and so forth. But if you want to compress that into the first 6 7 sequences, you can do that if you like wanted to. And yeah, reduce the images and just have one CDA, unless it's the audience is sophisticated. And yeah, make it left aligned. The copy is really good. I don't know if she has a copyright or something, but yeah, that's about it. That's it for today's video. I wanted to go through the subject line, but we found a good email to break down. It's not probably the best, and you need to have you need to know that if whenever like you're breaking down copies from, make sure like that the guy or the girl whose copy you're breaking down is actually seeing results and is actually making money. A lot of guys out here, people are not like out here not making money. Amy is one of them who's like making money. I'm not saying this. So it's better to see like what they have and like try to emulate that stuff, but just studying things in general, like you can just study and just build templates and whatnot. Yes, you can try that, so on, but you're never gonna create something of your own. And whenever you like try to test it, you're gonna fail because you do not know what variables to test. I hope I'm not just yapping, and I hope you're getting my point of whatever just I said this and like throughout this entire 24 minutes. Yeah, it's not much. I just wanted to do the bare minimum. As I said, just broken down an email. Probably gonna break down the an ad or two the coming days, and we also have VSLs in stock that we wanted to break down. But yeah, it's taking a lot of my time, and I think like we're, as I said in the last few videos as well, we're gonna um, reduce like the amount of videos I upload, but try to make them more quality, right? Make them better quality and give more value, and find like winning promos that are actually working and that people are actually spending money on, creators, rather than just breaking down stuff that the generalized stuff that we do not even have any proof of concept of. Uh, anyways, hope if you got any value out of it, and make sure to mention in the comment section or something, and I'll see you on the next one.